Andorra. Andorra is a small landlocked principality located in the Pyrenees Mountains of Europe. Its history is rich and complex, marked by various influences and developments over the centuries. Here is a detailed overview of the history of Andorra. Ancient and medieval periods. Prehistory. The area that is now Andorra has evidence of human habitation dating back to the Neolithic period. Various artifacts and remains have been found in the region. Roman influence. Andorra was part of the Roman province of Hispania during the Roman Empire's expansion. It was likely connected to Roman trade routes and settlements. Feudal origins. Andorra's history as a distinct entity began in the early Middle Ages when Charlemagne, the Frankish ruler, granted a charter to the local Count of Urgell and the Bishop of Urgell in the late 8th century. This charter established a feudal system where the Count and Bishop jointly ruled the land. Feudal era. Creation of parages. In 1278, a dispute between the Bishop of Urgell and the Count of Foix led to the signing of a document called the Parage. This agreement formalized the co-sovereignty of Andorra, giving the Count of Foix, and later, the French ruler, the Bishop of Urgell, and later, the Spanish bishop, joint control over the territory. Rights and responsibilities. The parage system created a unique arrangement where Andorra was governed by two co-princes, the French head of state, later the French president, and the Bishop of Urgell. The Andorran people were also granted certain rights and privileges under this system. Modern era. French Revolution. The French Revolution in the late 18th century brought changes to Andorra. The French revolutionaries dissolved the feudal system and abolished feudal privileges, including those of the French co-prince. Andorra briefly became a part of the First French Republic. Treaty of Bayonne, 1866. The Treaty of Bayonne between France and Spain reaffirmed the co-principality of Andorra. It recognized the Bishop of Urgell and the French president as the co-princes, though their powers were largely symbolic. 20th century. Andorra remained largely isolated from global events during the early 20th century. However, it did see improvements in infrastructure and communication. Modern developments. 1993 Constitution. Andorra adopted a new constitution in 1993, defining itself as a parliamentary democracy. This constitution granted Andorran citizenship and equal rights to the population. Economic growth. In the latter half of the 20th century and into the 21st century, Andorra's economy shifted from an agrarian and trade-based economy to one heavily reliant on tourism, finance, and services. The country became known as a tax haven. European integration. In recent years, Andorra has taken steps toward greater integration with the European Union. It entered into a customs agreement with the EU in 1991 and has since adopted the euro as its official currency, although it is not a full EU member. Present day. Andorra continues to maintain its unique co-principality system and has evolved into a modern European country with a focus on tourism, finance, and services. Its cultural heritage, beautiful landscapes, and status as a tax haven attract visitors from around the world.